Welcome back to Big Burst TV. And on this episode, I'm going to play with my watches yet again. So I named my channel the Big Burst TV because I didn't want to be pigeonholed into, just one topic. Even though it was watches that got me doing this YouTube stuff, I love my watches and I love doing these watch videos, reviewing each one in my own words and what I thought about them. Obviously, each of these are my watches. So, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to, give them a little wipe, sync them all as far as the seconds go, and, stuff like that. But while I do that, what I wanted to talk about is the fact that there is nothing new under the sun. And what do I mean by that? I mean, obviously, there's been new inventions, new technology, new ways of doing things, but there really is nothing new under the sun, as said very notably by a wise man. Some of you may know which wise man I'm speaking to of, but think about it. I think about it like this. And what gave me the idea for this video was a comment that I just received on a video that I posted, the "Do Nothing for 1 Minute" challenge. Seeing if you could just take a minute out of your day just to do nothing. Do whatever you want for that 1 minute. You could reflect, you could meditate, you could hold your breath if you wanted to. See if you could hold your breath for a minute, whatever it is. We're busy, everything, we're doing things, we're here and there, and time just doesn't stop. So even during that 1 minute, but for 1 minute a day, just take a moment out for yourself and just breathe, And I'll link that video in the description. But anyway, I got a comment on that video that talked about the fact that Mr. Rogers had done that back in the 70s. And I remember Mr. Rogers. Some of you may remember in one of my videos, I did It's a Beautiful Day. Actually, it was the first video of me playing with my watches. Oh, snap. Um, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, whole thing. I made a joke of it, but I see that it's kind of far reaching. And so let's talk about this nothing new under the sun business. And I thought about it and I said, hey, how about inventions, right? That thing, oh, new things are invented every day. We got shows like Shark Tank and stuff like that. Well, I thought of an invention, a couple of them actually, and just to prove my point, my first invention that I thought of that I could remember was I was heavily into cars and the whole car modding scene and hooking up cars and this and that, going to car shows. And I thought of a way. I said, when you go to the car wash, the guys, after you come out the auto car wash, and those guys that towel down your car, dry it off, and then they ask you if you want Armor All on the tires. They have that little cutout bucket, the jug, with the tire shine solution in there, and they take the paintbrush, dip it in, and then go around your tires and apply the tire shine or whatever. Some would call it Armor All or whatever, but put the tire shine stuff on your tires and it looks great. And I was thinking, how can we do that at home? They sell the foam sprays and the spritz bottle sprays, but that stuff you drive off and it slings it all on your freshly washed car. So let's see, I'm gonna sync these all up with this watch, the Smurf. So let's see, okay. Let me just get my bearings. So there's got to be an easier way to do that instead of paying those guys, every time you wash your car to put that stuff on your car tires. So I came up with this thing. You remember the foam applicator where you put the white stuff on your white sneakers when they got dirty and everything, you got scuffs and everything. I thought about it. What if we had something like that could apply the tire shine to your tires in a clean manner so that when you drive away, it doesn't sling it all on the body of your car, So they had those invention subscription services or whatever that says if you come up with something, So I went through the whole gymnastics of that and made drawings and submitted it and this and that until they came back and said, you have to pay us to get a patent for this. Have you done a patent search? And once they started asking for money, I was like, okay, this is probably a scam. So I didn't. Lo and behold, the next week or so, I'm in the my local auto parts store, and I go over to the the detailing section, and there's my product. It's the exact thing that I had drawn and I thought of right on the shelf, and it was a shaking my head moment. And I just, I just walked away. I told a couple of people, but no one would believe me. And then the second thing, it happened to me. I came up with the idea of a woman's shoe that could transform or convert into a flat. So a heel, a pump, where you could take off the heel. A woman could, sit down, pop off the heel and have flats. Women walk around, in these pumps, which, they look wonderful, but I know, I can imagine they're really uncomfortable at times. And then, how about this? You got a professional lady going to work and she's wearing her pumps. She could pop off the heel, right? And 2 seconds, pop off both heels, boom, boom, have flats for the commute. Genius. I just saw a commercial for those. Somebody came out with that, and I was like, I told my wife, I'm like, look, honey, didn't I invented that? Look at that. And she's like, yeah, right, whatever. And then later on, she remembered that we had that talk. So anyway, did they somehow download my ideas from my mind? Of course not. There's nothing new under the sun. Other people will come up with some of the same inventions or thoughts that we had. And the same thing about how about with songs, right? Recently we had Ed Sheeran in the news about ripping off Marvin Gaye and the whole thing. It was ingenious how he went into the courtroom and played it on the acoustic guitar. He wasn't looking at sheet music or whatever. I didn't closely follow that situation. I'm not here talking about that, but just using it as an example. But is it possible that he heard the song, whatever song it was, that he was purported to have stolen or copyright infringed on, or whatever you call it, and maybe that in the back of his mind, and then he was playing it out and wrote the song. Who knows? Great song, and I don't even know if he won or not, but then years ago we had the whole thing with Robin Thicke and Pharrell with the whole, what was it, Blurred Lines. Same. I think that was a Marvin Gaye song too. They was talking about. You know, are people out here really stealing? Are they thieving people music? As they would say in the Caribbean. I don't think so. Maybe they are, but who? Hey, is it possible that subconsciously, when writing music, when we're creating, we hit a note or a vibe and then we run with it and it's good, it worked before, we didn't know, and somebody comes out of the woodwork and say, hey, it's just crazy, but I don't know. And then tying it back into watches, how about telling time? The way we tell time. I like automatic watches. I also like quartz watches. All of us may know about sundials, the way they used the sun to tell the time way back in the day. Hey, look, let's go back to the very beginning, and not to get all biblical, but look, what time did God talk to Adam in the garden every day? The Bible says it was during the breezy part of the day. It was a time of day. Telling time right there. First mention of time. So, you know, there's really nothing new under the sun. So, hey, if you have anything, maybe a video idea, I have an idea. I'm going to shoot a video. Probably this very video or this subject or topic has been talked about maybe one time, maybe thousands of times. Who knows? I haven't searched any of this, what I'm talking about, but I know that if I came out with an idea, hey, I'm going to shoot the video, put it out, and then I'm searching like a normal person would search for my video instead of just going to my items, seeing how and where and when it will pop up, on the search results. And then I see hundreds of videos that have been posted about the exact same topic or the same watch or whatever years ago. And I'm like, oh snap, this has been done already. Well, let's just see how my video does. So, I just thought it was a funny, maybe interesting to you. Let me know what you think in the comments, Feel free to comment. And for all of those again, those of you who send me these comments, you're giving me ideas. And if anything, if not for anything else, it's really lifting my days up, and I really appreciate that. So keep those comments coming, those positive comments, and I appreciate each and every one of you that have taken the time out of your day to hit those comments. I watch most of my YouTube videos on my television and through the TV app, and you have to be on a tablet or a mobile device in order to engage with the comments. And so I know that it takes that extra step to actually comment or like a video or things like that. Hit the subscribe button. So I appreciate those of you who've taken the step to do that. But just let me know what you think. Do you really believe that? Is there nothing new under the sun? Hey, this has been Big Briz with another one of my ramblings. Maybe I'll do story time. I'll do a story time section for my videos for my channel. But if you like this video, hit that thumbs up. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys on the next one.